My husband's ex died and he wants to attend her funeral. Not on my watch. He's in for a surprise. I'll admit I'm biased right off the bat. I couldn't freaking stand her. I call her his ex to myself and others. He called her his friend.
So what?
We're in our early 40s. She died recently. Aneurysm. I've been with him for 10 years now, but he'd known her for 20 plus. The way he tells it, they were friends in college, decided to date, got married, then realized they weren't a great couple and decided to just be friends. All that happened years before I met him. And he was very clear early on that she was, quote unquote, important. A couple months into dating, it came up that his friend was actually his ex-wife.
Oh no.
He explained the above to me, saying she was one of his closest friends and that it was purely platonic. I expressed some discomfort at him being so close to an ex, and he told me, that's fine. If you have a serious issue with it, let me know and save us some time. I'll choose her. I like you and all, but I've known her for over 12 years, and she's one of the most important people in my life. You'll have to be okay with that if you want us to be a thing.
Wow, man.
Shit.
He's laying it down, bro.
Yo, yeah, no room for like no wiggle room.
No,
there's no wiggle room.
Save our time. Let me end us.
When we were engaged, I asked again. He gave me this perplexed look and asked, why would us getting married affect my friendships? I mean, kind of true.
Yeah, this is funny.
When we were engaged, I sucked it up and went along. And I resented every moment of knowing her.
Oh, God.
Especially when we had to be social. She understood some part of him. I couldn't. Her husband was friends with mine as well. So it's not like I could use him as an angle.
Wait. Her husband
was friends with mine as well. So she's like, oh, maybe I could use her husband to make my husband jealous, like as an angle.
Oh my God.
He'd have lunch with his ex. They'd go to geeky movies and whatever. A few times I brought it up and he said, we had this conversation before. You had your chance to back out. She died after they had lunch the other day on the way to her car. He spent a bunch of time crying, but honestly, I was relieved.
Oh, OP.
He was working with her husband on funeral planning. I told him, you don't think you're going, do you? My argument summed up, she's dead. So she's not a factor anymore. He doesn't get to use his, she's my friend excuse since she doesn't exist anymore. He had his cry for a couple days, but he needs to get done with mourning her already. There's no need for him to go to her funeral since I wouldn't want her at his.
Oh,
she's freaking delusional, bro.
So speechless right now.
He was the angriest I've ever seen him when I told him that, replying that he'll be going no matter how I feel and that he's willing to burn this to the fucking ground while holding up his wedding band. Besides you, she was the closest friend in my life. Him, her husband, and my sisters are calling me an insensitive asshole over this, all saying that there's no romantic aspect to their relationship and that I'm heartless. Her husband went so far as calling me a ghoul for how I've acted. I never felt their relationship was appropriate, and I hid that for years because I wanted to be with my husband. Now that she's gone, I don't feel like I should hide it anymore, and I can speak freely about the bitch. Am I the a-hole for wanting him to be done with her and for him to not attend the funeral?
Oh.
It sounds like she was nothing but like completely kind too. Like that's what's crazy about this.
Oh, the dead ex?
Yeah. Like it sounds like she was like super nice.
Yeah, I mean, wow. OP is just
I've never heard like this is gaping asshole.
Like
just,
my goodness. You could drive a truck through this
multiple
giant
trucks.
a-hole over
Probably
here.
a carrier plane.
Anything.
Carrier pigeons too.
Wow. You would think, I don't know, you would just think common sense would kick in and be like, even
John. When does common sense ever kick in? Come on.
That's true. What am I talking about over here?
Come on.
Wow. Well,
you are the a-hole.
That's it. Case closed.
If you like this story, check out this other one where my mom sabotaged my dad's gravestone.
Ouch.